Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of the Releasists Podcast. Wow.
Are we already at 7? Jeez.
Yes. It's crazy.
It's gonna be my new bit. I'm gonna be like, are we already at insert number?
I get it. I respect that. So there's a bunch of crazy shit this week, and I'd like to jump right into it, boys. Jump right into it. Mine's kind of a meme, but it is big. So I don't mind going last.
Wait, we didn't introduce ourselves yet. I think we're forgetting to introduce ourselves.
My name is Jake, or Synchro Champ, whatever you want. Continue.
Okay, Bucky, you should say what you do before we get into the biggest news that each of us have.
Oh boy, you already introduced me right there. I'm Buckio. I do Doom stuff on YouTube and Twitch. That's pretty much it.
All right, fair. My name is GraysonEJames. I do some streams and also some more like commentary philosophy videos on YouTube, and then we have Sinky Poo.
Yeah, that's me. I make stuff. Sometimes it's good.
The most scuffed intro ever. Jesus Christ.
Hey man.
Yo, we're all here. We're too excited to talk about releases.
Things are hype this week, okay? Things are so hype.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a tough week, but like getting the list ready for this podcast today, I was like, oh my god, how am I just sleeping on all this shit that's coming out? Okay. We start off with our each individual most hype things like overall. So Jake, why don't you like kick us off with yours?
Because mine's a meme. I said that.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to start it. Let's go.
Fine. Okay, fine. HuniePop 2 released the other day. I've played 5 hours of it. Ask me questions, boys.
5 hours? Jesus Christ. Okay. Last time I heard about HuniePop was like, Jesus Christ. Last time I heard about HuniePop was with Total Biscuit.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what HuniePop is, Bucky?
No, I have no clue what the hell is HuniePop.
Oh, HuniePop 2 Double Date.
Double Date.
Is it a dating simulator?
No, it's worse.
Oh,
it is a Bejeweled game where you match 3, right? And you try to date these women. So it is a dating simulator in that aspect, but you also kind of
take the clothes off.
Yeah, it gets lewd after you win. It's the gist.
You spent 5 hours on that?
Yes, but that's because I don't care what the lewd images, they're lame. It is strategically the most interesting match 3 I have ever played in my entire life.
That explains the 5 hours.
That good?
It's so hard. I am so bad at this game. I'm thinking in 5D, try to get these women to take their clothes off.
Dude, okay. I feel like personally, I'm becoming more boomer, especially when I think about the future. And
more boomer.
I don't know why, but this game's match 3 element unironically is interesting me.
It's actually fun, dude. Like, so there's this like gifting system, and you equip gifts to the girls before you take them on dates. And this one is different from the first one because instead of taking one girl on a date, you take 2 girls on a date, and there's this whole really bad plot about trying to get so many threesomes that you save the world. And I'm like, I don't care. Just let me play Bejeweled. It's so funny.
It's on Steam, right?
It is on Steam uncensored. It is on GOG censored, and it is on every other platform that it is on uncensored. It's interesting. Very interesting.
Weirdly, I can't find it when I search it up.
You might have 18 plus.
Oh my god, you're looking it up.
Well, it's a good game. Not even just.
Is it really a good game?
It is. I wouldn't have played it for 5
3,
hours.
I might as well play Solitaire.
It's casual, right? It's
on my
like
PC.
It's not for like, it's not a fucking shooter, right? It is cash. But it's kind of like something you can idly in the background while you're watching shit.
I think the Doom community will love this.
No, they fucking wouldn't. They're already boomer enough. They like boomer shooters.
True.
Yeah, you ever hear boomers talk about anime girls? Like, come on.
I don't even want to think about that.
You
You know, funny enough, if you actually paid attention to my status, one thing I noticed, something sort of relevant to your comment right there in the Doom community, every Doom Eternal speedrunner I've came across has an anime profile picture, and I don't know why.
Hey man, weebs go be weebs. It don't matter what community they in.
It's weird. It's just funny to me. Every time I come across somebody who like knows how to speedrun the game super well, you know, they're going sub 3, sub 4 hours, and they got anime. They got anime alerts. They got anime everything.
Yeah, man.
So this is like another pile that I don't even know about.
They're all over the place, dude. Weebs are popular. It's kind of big shit now.
Dude, I found the setting that was what is it? Blacklisting this game in my Steam, and now I
Yep.
see it, and I'm adding it to wishlist.
Yeah,
Jesus.
the art in it is very good. The mechanics are genuinely like crazy. It's hard. I should have played on easy, but I shouldn't have because I'm only there for the gameplay. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's my review of HuniePop in a nutshell.
I think we can sum it up with what Bucky just said. Just, oh my god.
No.
That exact tone.
Yeah.
No, why are you playing HuniePop? When just I think about loot stuff. I mean, just you have a girlfriend.
No, I don't. I'm single.
No,
So?
not you.
I could play match 3s. What's your point, Buckio? I don't get
Yeah,
it.
well,
He-
I
he
don't
has a
get it. What does
girlfriend.
she
He's
think
not-
about it?
He's not dead.
Probably. I don't know. I'll have a conversation with her about it, and I'll tell you afterwards.
Hold on.
Please stop telling me.
Oh my
If
god.
if she has anything to say about it, okay. It'll be only respect for his alpha male gamer status.
Oh Jesus Christ! Are we throwing these terms in here? Yeah, you heard about the Sigma male term, where you got
What's-
a lot of money and you're not aroused by a woman anymore, just money.
What's Sigma?
I think
Sigma
I'm
balls. I
somewhere-
don't fucking know.
I'm somewhere in between that.
I wonder if
Hey,
I have
go
anything
Bucky.
open that's making you pixelated, Gray, because you're all pixely today.
It's
all
a
of a
bit
sudden.
raid.
I'm also
Yeah.
playing with my focus right now, so
Yeah, it's probably part of it.
I'm just trying to get it like perfect.
But Bucky, what's your number one of the week? That's not
Yes.
HuniePop
Oh.
2, probably.
How dare
Oh.
you? I was gonna say that. I was gonna reference Bucky and ask him what his favorite was. I hate you.
What the fuck? Anyways, number one thing that's happened this week that really caught my eye. I think you guys. Let me just adjust my right mic real quickly. I think you guys may have seen. It just came out, I think, yesterday or so. CD Projekt Red. They're under a hack. Someone
Yeah.
stole the source code for Gwent, Witcher 3, and Cyberpunk 2077, as well as financial records and personal information for employees and I think customers, I believe.
Wait.
And-
Was that confirmed about the customers? I thought that was
Yeah,
information that they
I
yeah, I
think-
don't know about that part.
They,
not
they
sure. They
stated
said-
that they don't have any confirmation on customer information being leaked, but they
But they said it's
believe
personal info.
they believe there is no consumer personal info leaked, but employees
Yeah.
is a different story.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically that's affected, as well as the source code of their card game called Gwent, Witcher 3, and Cyberpunk 2077. Someone who was apparently allegedly an employee within the studio who hacked stuff, and they said that they have to pay up or else they'll start leaking online. And so far, the Gwent source code has been leaked. And now the Witcher 3, Cyberpunk 2077, the hackers are selling it right now, bidding it $1 million for one source code and a whole kit for $7 million.
Yeah, dude. I actually just pulled up Twitter and it was the first thing in my feed.
Yeah.
People are talking about the auction right now.
Yeah, they're auctioning it. And they already released one of the source codes.
Wowza.
What kind of damage can that do? Jake, you have the most like programming
Oh,
experience.
you really throw me on the spot here, guy.
You're like, I
it's
have
just
no
like
idea.
it can damage their reputation mostly. In my like, it depends how their company works, but it will reveal that, right? So depending on how bad it looks in there. You know, it could be really bad. It could not matter at all. But like then someone could theoretically recreate the entire game and just sell it again. So like yeah, it's stuff you don't. It's confidential shit, right? That's kind of the point.
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't want your average Joe getting a hold of it. That's for sure.
Weirdly, it doesn't sound that bad besides the reputation part.
Well, I mean, not
Thanks
only
for
that,
listening.
but they could also expose some of their bad business practices they may have had that some of us
Yo,
may have not known before, not from the source code, but I mean by like what other information that they may have obtained overall.
like dev crunch and stuff like that.
Well, I mean that we know that about that, but there could be more that we don't even know at all. So again, like what I read, it was like apparently this is like a disgruntled employee. This kind of just reminds me about The Last of Us Part Two when disgruntled. What was it? It was apparently some guy. Some people were saying there was like leakers or like a guy who was leaking confidential Naughty Dog stuff, and he was just disgruntled employee during like the whole crunch thing.
Hmm.
So you don't know.
Yeah,
Jeez, man. That's like the
it's
fear for everything, right?
yeah,
Like
it really
you work with
fucking sucks for
somebody.
them. Like, it
Well,
sucks that people are so up in arms about game bad that they're like taking it out in such a shitty way. But like, I don't know, it was whatever. And
I
people,
don't know.
the worst part is people being like, "Oh, they fucking deserve this because game bad." I'm like, relax.
Ooh,
I think they're getting a little bit of a different perspective. I don't think they're trying to focus on like the game being the bad part that like says that warrants that this is a good thing happening to them that they deserve it. I think they're more focusing on the terrible PR or like just crunching the hell out of employees and have releasing the games that are just unfinished and lying to the public and media saying that it's going to work just as fine on the older consoles. I think
Well,
that's what
the
people like dislike the most, especially the
okay,
crunch environment that was disastrous as they mentioned.
true, but CD Projekt Red released like I'm pulling it up and I'm gonna read it for you guys. But they released like a text file that the hacker left on their shit.
I
oh,
I
Um,
don't
I know the
understand why
one.
would you
I know
include
the one.
that?
Yeah,
yeah, and
Why
like
would you
it's like a
include
calling
that?
card.
it
It's
looks
like
like
a
it's
bad
written by
calling card.
like the cringiest person I've ever heard of.
Well,
Like,
yeah, but at the same time though, you can announce it, but you don't have to show it.
no, I think it's important that they showed it because I think it gives you like context into why it happened, and I don't know. It's good to damn that kind of behavior on the like greater internet. So showing it, I think was the right call personally. Also, I'm on some random guy's Twitter account that his name is just CD Projekt Red and not CD Projekt Reds. Oops, I can't find their Twitter account. I don't actually know what it is. That's annoying, but I wanted to read that. I will never find it. But yeah, it was like a cringe text file being like, oh, I found it. It literally starts out with, "Hello, CD Projekt. Your have been epically pwned." Like it's so cringe. I really hate it.
Oh
It's
yeah, the little
such
typo there.
terrible
Have been
lead
typically
speak.
pulled, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man.
So that's
Anyway,
not the whole. That's not the whole note, right? So,
no,
are you gonna read
it's
it? The whole thing?
I if you guys desire, I can do so.
I do. I desire this.
I closed it already.
Ah, fuck.
Hold on. See,
Go to your
I couldn't
keypad
spell
tab.
it because project is spelled with a K.
Yeah, it's
Um,
project.
Yeah,
Projekt.
it's very Polish, which is fine.
Oh, do you think the hacker was Polish?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Okay, but the full note. Hello, CD Projekt. You have been epically pwned. We have dumped full copies of the source codes from your pre-force server for Cyberpunk 2077, Witcher 3, Gwent, and the unreleased version of Witcher 3! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! We have also dumped all of your documents relating to
Unreleased.
accounting, administration, legal, HR, investor relations, and more! Exclamation point! Also, we have encrypted all of your servers, which they already fixed, but we understand that you can most likely recover from backups, which they also already did. If we will not come to an agreement, then your source codes will be sold or leaked online, and your documents will be sent to our contacts in gaming journalism. your public image will go down the shitter even more, and people will see how you shitty your company functions. Investors will lose trust in your company, and the stock will dive even lower. You have 48 hours to contact us. And they were like, yeah, we're not negotiating. Like, fuck this. We're fine.
I think they don't care if the source code is leaked. I think they were just more concerned about the personal information, such as the documents for the accounting and administration, legal, HR, investor relations.
Yeah.
But the unreleased version of Witcher 3, that's interesting. I totally forgot about that one.
Yeah, I don't know what that really means, but
I think
guess
I don't know.
it's probably like a demo or a prototype, something like that, if I had to guess.
I want to
like
say prototype, but so far
Yeah.
Gwent is the only source code at the moment that's been leaked online, whereas the other source codes are just being auctioned. Ugh.
Yeah. Very, very messed up sitch, in short.
I mean, I don't know. Whoever the hacker is, maybe should have learned a little bit, because Capcom also got hacked not too long ago.
They got hacked a couple times, actually.
Yeah, I think they got hacked like a month or two ago.
Yeah, so did Nintendo.
Ooh. But Capcom also was being held at ransom, kinda. Like all of their releases for the next, I think, 2 or 3 years were just in this info, and Capcom was like, "Yeah, we're not paying. Like, if
They're
you
not
want
gonna.
to." Yeah, they didn't, and they announced a bunch of stuff, and all of the leaked information turned out to be true so far. Like all the stuff Capcom's gone on and like announced in the last 2 months has been like, "Oh wow, that really was like a real thing. Oh my god."
Yeah, I even saw some Ace Attorney stuff within the leak.
Oh
So
yeah,
far, we haven't
yeah,
seen
yeah.
anything else about it.
Yeah, I remember that too now, the
Yeah.
Ace Attorney stuff, which
Yeah,
is
with it.
awesome. It's a
Yeah,
great game.
within the leaked stuff for Capcom also included personal information too. So I think it's more of like the leakers. They don't care about. They know that the company doesn't care about the source code or leaked information about upcoming titles and stuff or projects. I think they're just mostly using whatever's from accounting, administration, HR as of like a scapegoat to like latch onto the company and say, okay, you actually have to give a shit about this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they do, which is, good, because fuck these people. Grayson, what you got, buddy?
I have some interesting news. Stuff of legend. Stuff I never thought I would hear happen in my lifetime. But here we go. Are you guys familiar with this indie game series by the name of Kingdom Hearts?
Did you really just call it
What?
indie?
Yeah.
Indie?
It
Serious?
is this small company called Square Enix.
Oh boy,
makes
dude.
This crossover game with Disney. It's very Final Fantasy-y, but with like Disney characters like Mickey Mouse. For the last couple of years in the series, like I said, I know it's a game that goes under the radar, but they've been making a number of these games. It has like a cult following. It's always been exclusive to Sony, but the series is coming to PC. And not only is it coming to PC, but it's an Epic exclusive for who knows how long.
It is limited, though. Not forever.
It is limited. It's not permanently on Epic, but for now, it is an Epic exclusive. Which
Another
means...
point that I find relevant is that it's not only a Sony exclusive, it's also like spin-offs on the DS and shit, so that's Nintendo. But yeah, it is exclusive to those two things.
The mainline stuff is always Sony exclusive.
True.
Yeah. So it's like, what is going on here? But that's just like news. I don't know if you guys have anything to add. I never played the games, but the games are pretty big, joking aside. So the fact that it's going off Sony exclusive for the main stuff, which is everybody's favorite in that series, I just thought it was like really interesting. Coming out March 30th, I think.
Yeah, my girlfriend is a big fan. Bucky, you might remember, you met her one time. She complimented your Keyblade. That's a long time ago.
I didn't even have a Keyblade.
Yeah, you
I don't
did.
think
No, I didn't.
Really?
I never brought one.
Really?
Yes. I
Okay,
don't even
well,
play Kingdom Hearts.
we'll talk about it after, but I'm sure you had one.
No.
I'm sure.
Are
'Cause-
you thinking about another guy?
No, it was
The
Halloween. You
guy
were
you
dressed
used
up
to
as
play
Mario.
Smash with?
No.
No, that was Mario. I was Mario.
Yeah,
you may
you were
have held
Mario.
somebody else's
But I'm-
Keyblade. Yeah.
You may have, but I know you had a Keyblade.
Because
In
I
your
know
hand.
I know a buddy of mine came with me and he had a Keyblade, but
That would be the
Yeah.
one.
maybe I was carrying it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm remembering.
Yeah, it
Regardless,
was Mario the anime.
yeah, it was
Jesus
cool.
Christ.
But that's what I'm referring to. Anyway, yeah. So Kingdom Hearts, she's a big fan, and she was not excited about this, but that's because we already own them all. Personally, I think the news itself isn't very interesting for me because I'm not going to play them or buy them. But I think this sets a precedent potentially for not necessarily PlayStation games because I don't think that's the driving force behind this decision. I think it's more a Square Enix decision. And I think we might get some Final Fantasy VII news, which would be hype because that game deserves to be on PC. Most of the other ones are. Yeah, I think Square Enix is big about getting their games on most platforms, if not all of them. So that's cool. That's my 2 cents about that.
Now, you want to know how Kingdom Hearts actually came to be?
Yeah.
Sure.
Some Disney guy and a guy with like a small little idea were in an elevator together, and that was it.
Some
Elevator
guy with a
pitch,
big
classic.
Hey man, you want to hear about my fantasy? And
What's
it
that?
happened.
Is it final?
That's it.
Oh,
That's it. That was his fantasy. It was just Kingdom Hearts, and he's like, "Hey, dude, Disney, my OC, we can do it."
my OC. True,
Yeah, that's it.
though.
That's how they did it.
That's funny.
I am wondering, and I don't know if you guys will have an opinion on this or anything to say. Theorize, that's the word I'm looking for. Do you think there's going to be better graphic settings on the PC edition of this game than there were on like the PlayStation?
Probably not.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Because taking a look at how other companies have been doing stuff with old titles and porting them onto like newer gen hardware, especially PC, I think as if they will not do any graphical enhancements. I mean, maybe they'll change the lighting, but I don't think they're going to go overboard. I think it'll just look like, smoother in terms of performance, but like fidelity, I don't think they're going to really tap that as much.
Do you think that something like ray tracing may have features in the game, or
I don't.
because
I
the game
don't
came
think
out
they
for
will.
PS4 basic, right? Like it wasn't even advertised as like a PS4 Pro game, right?
True.
So
I think they would want to wait until like they release a new Kingdom Hearts game, and then add RTX to it.
I have a theory that it might look a little bit better, but like not that much.
Definitely a little bit better for sure.
That's just
I
because
mean,
it's on
they'll
PC,
probably-
yeah.
They'll
just run
probably
better.
increase. They'll probably increase the performance and maybe add like a smidge better fidelity, but I don't think they're going to go like overboard to the point where it's like RTX on and you can see each individual pore on their nose and you see Goofy and you can hear him in high quality going as he chokes.
You hear him yucking.
Yeah.
You can hear that pretty well.
My. That's impressive. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the highest expectations, especially for changes. I don't see
I'm more
very
worried
likely.
it's gonna be broken. That's always the worry with the console port.
Square Enix has been decent with it, though, I'd say.
Yeah, but Horizon Zero Dawn came out busted, and I'm pretty sure it's still busted on PC. So
I don't know.
Well,
I guess we'll just have to see. Another news day.
Mm.
Are we going to start off with some movie news, some TV news? Do we want to do some more gaming
boy.
news?
I got a movie news.
I also have movie news.
I have a TV show news I'm not happy about.
Oh, hey! That's
Ooh.
the first time I think you brought TV news on the show.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right,
You don't
let's
sound
go, let's roll it.
excited.
Yeah, I'm not
You
really
said it's
excited
bad
about it
news.
because I hate
I need
it.
to know now. What is it?
Okay. Well, maybe you guys already heard about it too, but I think you guys know that I love the Last of Us, the first game that is.
Oh, hold on,
Yes.
let me mark this off.
I like the
I
Last of
actually
Us.
didn't bring this, but I heard about it.
I like the first Last of Us game. I played the second one, and I have my opinions about it, especially with the fandom. I have my opinions about that. I'm gonna save that for a video in the future too, when it hits the
Good
1 year mark
call.
for The Last of Us Part 2. And I'm already brainstorming a lot of stuff. But anyways, uh, they have announced that they're making a Last of Us TV show, and this was like a while ago they announced that, so no one really knew what was going to be going on. It's going to be like a whole different set of characters, and it's going to be taking place within the Last of Us universe of, clickers and runners and the fucking whatever the mushroom fungus is called. And just recently they announced that it's going to be a live action with Joel and Ellie, and I don't understand why.
Okay,
So
so
it's
you
not
wanted it to
expanded,
see,
it's just-
yeah, you wanted it to see greater universe and not the main story.
No, what I was thinking is like their story, Joel and Ellie, has been told. It's done. I mean, it's been told through the first game, it's been told through the second game, both in flashbacks and the current events within the second game. I don't understand why are they making a live action version of Joel and Ellie.
I can answer that easy. It's because not everyone plays video games. People are
Well,
interested
understandably-
in potentially the story, and they like, and
Okay, but if you're
grandma
interested
don't
in the
want to grab a
story-
controller.
Okay, but if you're interested in the story of The Last of Us, then you just watch the cutscenes, because that's where majority of the story is in. Everything else just immerses you in the environment. The gameplay is pretty good. It's mediocre, but during its time, 2013, when the first game came out, it's fantastic. Didn't age well in the second part. So if you don't want to pick up a controller because you just want to experience the story, you just watch the cutscenes.
No, I don't agree with you. I think there's room for a television adaptation of that story, and I think Pedro Pascal is fucking phenomenal casting choices. That man can act, baby. Holy
yeah.
shit.
He's okay. So that's what I wrote down about this because I had
Mhm.
this on my list too, and my news was literally just that Pedro Pascal was playing as
Yeah.
as Joel.
Oh yeah.
That man has surprised me in like his acting ability. Like I've seen him take on like totally different roles and be like, wow, that's different, man.
It's awesome.
But I don't know if he's like a Joel that I would cast appearance wise. I don't know.
I think he grows out a beard. He looks pretty fucking similar.
Yeah,
I'm
I
fine
think if
with
he
it.
were to grow a beard, he would look similar.
I'm hyped to like see it, and I'll critique it when that happens.
Interested to
but-
see how he'll handle the role as Joel. But
Yeah, regardless, I think he's gonna take on the role, like the acting, like really well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, absolutely. I think he'll be able to get into the boots very well as Joel. The question is, I just don't know how
Mhm.
they can even like essentially. This is a show, by the way. There's going to be multiple episodes.
Yep. Netflix series,
about
right?
like
On
yeah, series. It's
HBO.
going to be with Ellie and
HBO.
Joel.
Thank you.
It just I don't know. I don't know. I just think that the story's been told. You don't have to add anything else. You could have just within the environment, the setting of The Last of Us. It's already perfect enough that you can throw in a bunch of new characters and you can make like the audience just grow and become attached to them. I just don't get it. Like personally, I just don't get it why we had to add more characters, but more story to these two characters that had already been told.
Do you guys think because The Last of Us is all Naughty Dog's company has done since like the last, I don't know, 7 years, 8 years?
Is it?
It is. It's all they've done. The last game
I'm
they
gonna
made
fact check
before
it. You sure?
Last of Us was Jack and Daxter. Yeah.
You sure? You sure
I'm
about that? For
absolutely-
7 years, this was Uncharted 4.
Yeah. There's
Oh
no
fuck! Sorry, I
shot.
totally forgot about
Yeah, the Uncharted series.
Oh yeah, I'm dumb. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay.
Yeah, there's Uncharted 3, Uncharted 4, Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck, I can't. The reason I forgot about that is because I didn't like the Uncharted games at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I found they were just like a lot of walking around. Okay, yeah, you're totally
Oh, that's
wrong.
The Last of Us
They
for you.
made Uncharted.
Yes.
You said you're totally wrong.
Oh wait, I said you're totally wrong, or I'm totally wrong.
You said you're totally wrong with this fine. Continue.
You said you're totally wrong.
You said you're totally wrong with this fine.
Even my mind is like, no, it can't be.
I
It
can't be wrong.
not.
I won't allow it. That's very
Um,
funny.
no, you're totally right.
And they do Crash, right? Too. Am I wrong about that?
No, Activision.
Not
bought
anymore.
Crash.
They did.
Okay. I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Continue.
Yeah. Okay, so they did do Uncharted,
Mhm.
but they have been doing Last of Us for a hell of a long time.
That is all that's come out. It's been Last of Us, Nathan Drake Collection, A Thief's End, Lost Legacy, Last of Us Part 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So still not like a huge amount of stuff. Like two series. One of them ended like quite a while ago.
I don't know. I
I'm
mean,
just
then again,
wondering
but
if
like,
you guys. I just wonder if you guys think there's gonna be more Last of Us, or if you think this is gonna be like the decline of. Like it's still
oh
the
no,
zombie
they're gonna
trend, right?
milk it. They're gonna milk it.
I don't know if they
Yeah.
will. I think if there's more Last of Us, it can't follow the same characters. Not that I've seen the second game. I don't know anything
And
about
that's
it.
what
Don't
I'm
tell me.
saying.
But yeah, I think it has to go in a different direction probably. But I think they can retell that story in a different medium, and that's valid. I don't have any queries about that. But I think I don't know. I don't know if they'll expand the universe. They might. I don't know enough about the games. I haven't played either of them. Actually, I haven't. played
What I personally think, if they were even going to make like a live movie live show adaptation, they could have done something with the Uncharted series. Just after Uncharted 4, at the end, it's revealed that Nathan Drake and Alina Fisher, they have a daughter,
Ooh.
and they could have totally had her just like take over Nathan Drake's place and become like the new sort of like Indiana Jones Uncharted character with their
Yeah.
own little series. But I don't know. Personally, with just having a show centered around two characters, already had two games of it. One of them's already dead, and majority of the games already told like the story of them all. I mean, like, how did they survive when the outbreak first started? How did Ellie get infected? And I don't know. I just wish they could just move away from these two, because they already told such a perfect story that they're just like, oh, that was really good. That was one of our best work. Let's keep adding more to it.
What
And
if,
they're adding
what if they
more and
don't
more.
add to it, and what if they just retell it in a different medium?
Why
And it's
would
the
you
exact
retell it?
same? Why not?
Why would
so
you
more
retell
people
it?
can see it.
More
There's
people
nothing
can
wrong with
see it.
that.
Just play the fucking game.
How
Watch
do you
the
feel about
cutscenes.
remakes of video games? Because that's what we're talking about here.
This game
It's the
came out
same
in
argument.
2013.
That's a long
How
ass
would you?
time.
Why? Long ass time. That was 7 years. Most
That's a
remakes that are
long-ass
happening right now,
time.
it's been like 10 years or so.
We're
And
talking
it's still
3 years.
it still
That's
holds up well.
peanuts.
I mean, when
Peanuts.
did Dark Souls 1 come out? And that got a remake.
Yeah, that was like a
It didn't
7-year
even get a
differential.
remake. It got a remaster.
Are we considering them different or the same?
Dark Souls got a remaster. Didn't get remaked.
It didn't even get remastered.
It got
It got
ported.
ported.
Like,
It got ported
Ported.
correctly.
it's on the Switch. You can play it. I guess
That is true.
I
yeah.
don't know. When did
I don't
Battle
have
for
any
Bikini
issue with
Bottom
re-releasing
come out?
things. Like there's no problem with it in my mind. I don't understand.
Yeah, like even Bowser's Fury by Nintendo is like just a re-release, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's a little bit different. That's more of like the gameplay sort of thing. We're talking about the story. I
What's
just
the
don't get
difference?
it. Why you want? Well, it's a story.
Because the show would be more like.
I don't want
story-based.
to. I don't want to play the same thing. I don't want to watch the same thing. I don't think
They
there's
just
really
watch
a
the
difference here.
cutscenes. You'd be able to watch it for free.
But it's gonna look different. It's gonna
It's gonna
tell
look
the
different.
same story.
I
It's
don't
gonna
get
look
it. You're
different.
telling the same story, but how are you going to make it feel or look better?
Maybe
That's
you don't
what I'm
have
trying
to.
to say. How can the cinema aspect of a show tell one story a lot better when already a video game had that cinema aspect that brought it
It-
out to life that people love?
It's just
I
for a
think this
different
is a-
audience.
No, I think this is just like a high bar that they're setting for themselves.
Yo, I want to chime in here.
Go for it.
As the voice of reason. Okay.
Yes.
I gotta side with Jake. I'm sorry.
That's
Bucky,
okay.
But like, I think that mediums of entertainment are all like different, right? So we do have like a 7-ish year span where people might not be familiar with the story of Joel and Ellie. There's like a big gap, and even if you're familiar with the story of the second one, they touch more on the story with Joel and Ellie, like in this like time skippy middle phase.
Yes.
Um, but not everybody's a gamer, and a ton of people still watch like online media. So while it even if they did the whole thing like cut for cut, like they just put it into live action, there's still like a huge audience there that will be reached that wouldn't have been, because video games are a much more interactive experience, while television and movies kind of like happen to you, if that makes sense. Like when you play a game, like you're experiencing that. You have like some sort of an active role 90% of the time, where like you actually have to like make some choices, or at least have to. So we're back after a tech difficulty.
Oh,
Mega
mail.
tech issue.
Pretty much TV is like a different medium, and is experienced differently. Even to like a cutscene, like that experience doesn't compare, as it's like more choppy. It's not meant to be taken alone. Cutscenes are more designed to be done in hand with like gameplay.
Yeah,
So
understandably so.
there's a lot of and there's like a lot of story and gameplay too.
No, yeah,
So like
absolutely.
so it's like like people can have the experience of watching a show happen to them instead of having to participate, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And there's a different
So-
experience watching something from an outside perspective than being involved in the characters.
Yeah, but not only that, though, but the story's already been told, right? Everyone absolutely loves The Last of Us Part 1, mainly because of the story and how emotionally affected and how much they grew with the characters, and maybe just for nostalgic purposes as well, since, like you said, it was like 7 years ago. However, this is a high bar they'll be setting for themselves if they want to retell certain key aspects of the story that are emotionally driven between Ellie and Joel, because once you already know about it, how can a show just retell it and make it much better when they could just be reenacting the same thing, the same gestures the characters are doing in the game, the cutscenes, and the same voices or dialogue? You can only change a few things so much to the point where it can be different. But at the end of the day, it's mostly the fans that are going to be watching this, and they already know what's going to happen.
I don't know about that. I think people like my mom would pick up like a show like this.
Yeah.
Like
I
fans
think
of The Walking Dead.
If
who,
they
like, dropped
haven't,
off.
if
There's
you
a
know what,
lot
let
of
me be
people-
honest. If they like zombie stuff, then yeah, they'll definitely like this. This is definitely an interesting aspect in terms of a zombie outbreak within our world, our modern society. However, towards people who don't know much about The Last of Us, they're just coming across it. Yeah, definitely, this could be something big for them, and maybe they'll absolutely appreciate it. I know that this is. I know this is going to be like huge for the fans because it's just the name, The Last of Us, and the fans who played the games. They're going to see it and they're probably going to watch it. But if they're going to be retelling the story, they already know about it.
I think
I
just
think
because
HBO
the show, yeah,
I think HBO has a bigger demographic, or not necessarily bigger, a different demographic than every gamer ever. So I think new people will pick it up and maybe get inspired to play a video game, and that's always hype for me, man. Get more people into gaming. Gamers, rise up. State your point, buddy.
I think it's just because it's a TV show, and it's like doing the story again, doesn't mean it's going to be like the exact same. I think the experience will be different, and like people will enjoy that.
Oh,
Like
odds are.
it's the fact of the matter is like it will be different from the game. Like,
Okay.
they won't copy it shot for shot.
No, they
There-
can only
There's
do
a
so
chance-
much
It will be
that'll be
bad, though.
different.
There's a chance they do any of that, and there's a chance they do none of that, and we can't know until it comes out. And I find that the most interesting thing is like, what the fuck are they going to do with it? We really don't know. It could be a cash grab that's garbage, and it could be really fucking good. And we're entirely just theorizing. And I think that's the best part of the show, to be honest with you. I think that's where we're at where it's at its strongest is when we just fucking we guess what shit could be like. I just wanted to reflect on that for a moment.
And God hope that they put these two characters to rest because their story's already been told. And whatever else they could add to it, let's just throw in some new characters. This is a very unique setting. I mean, this is a fungal virus that's taking over people, and I just
think
think
it's
Can't
that
wait to see the Belle Delphine character. That's
fuck
what I'm
that.
waiting for.
Ooh, that'd be
I
the
like
remake.
something.
I just want some new characters. It's just new, interesting characters with their own like unique attributes and characteristics, rather than these two.
Did we say we had other TV news besides?
I
I
don't
think
have
Jake did.
TV news. I have movie news. I
Well,
gotta
let me
open
check
up my
my-
shit still though, honestly, because everything.
I also
closed.
have movie news.
Shoot with your movie news, my friend.
There's one that I think we might share, and there's one I know we're gonna share. But the one we might share is Jack Black is cast as Claptrap in the Borderlands movie.
True.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just a little anecdote. I think it's cute. His voice is not what I'd imagine coming out of the Claptrap character, but we also know like Claptrap. There's like tons of Claptraps. Like they can all be different. So
Yeah, and they could robot it a little bit, and it'll be like an homage. It won't obviously be the same, but I think that's good casting. He'll be funny, and that's what Claptrap is at the end of the day, or supposed to be anyway.
listen, I'm expecting Jack Black as a robot. Like that's pretty much what it's gonna be,
Probably.
and like maybe a little bit more like cowardly. But, like that's pretty much it. But you know what? He's a funny guy. I haven't seen him in very much in the last couple of years besides Jumanji. So
And also
and that
YouTube stuff.
Warlock thing.
True. Jablinski
Is
Games.
he still doing YouTube? Is he still
I
doing
don't
that?
know.
I think he is here and there. I mean, he's doing a couple like Instagram posts where he's like jumping into a pool and like a huge tsunami comes out.
Those I
Jablinski.
see. I don't see Jablinski Games because I stopped watching them, but I watched them for like a good month, and they were fun.
It was a wholesome meme.
Yeah,
It was good.
it was.
The one I think we shared is there's a certain blue hedgehog.
Oh yeah, that's
No,
right.
I also didn't write that down, but it was. I did mean to bring it up, and then I forgot.
Oh. Wow, so maybe there's another movie that we don't have.
There is. There is.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is confirmed. I don't think we got a release date, but it's next year.
Yeah, 2022.
2022, same year that the Spider-Verse sequel comes out.
True.
I mean, Spider-Verse will knock that out of the water, I think.
Yes,
I mean,
it
obviously. But
It fucking
Sonic
will.
2 with Tails introduce Shadow. I'm sold. Give Shadow a gat. Let's go.
I
God
didn't
knows.
like the first movie at all. I thought it was cringe, but it's also like a little baby movie.
It's fucking great. You're
I'm
incredibly
hoping the
wrong.
I'm hoping the sequel's better.
I'm wanting to actually catch the movie in theaters, but I never really found time to, and then coronavirus kind of screwed that over.
Give it a watch. Come back next week having seen it, and give us your tie break. Is it good or not? That's your homework.
Oh boy.
It's
Hey, also,
it's
that's
wrong.
fun.
Homework.
It's worth your time, I would say, personally. It's easily carried by Jim Carrey for sure.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I
like,
heard about a lot, that Jim Carrey carried the movie.
Yeah, the next one seems like it
Unlimited.
might be a little more faithful in adaptation, if I had to guess, just based on where they went in the first one. But we'll see. We'll see.
With Tails, yeah, I think they might go to like Green Hill Zone.
With
in
Tails
place
and the
3.
post credits, and they do a post credits scene that's crazy. Yeah.
I think
I
we
have
all
hopes.
know about that by now.
Yeah. I have one more movie to talk about if you want me to list it off, or you can shoot yours out, Jake.
Monster Hunter.
That was what I was gonna say last. Oh my
Oh
god.
boy.
That's
oh,
the one.
The one with the racial joke in it.
I don't know. I
don't
didn't watch the trailer.
Oh
Is there a
yeah.
racial joke in it?
Yeah, it's one of the it was one of like the Chinese army characters. It's like, hey, you want to call these knees or something? It's like Chinese or something. And then it got taken down in China.
That's bad.
Wait,
That's a
how-
bad joke.
I thought
Yeah,
it
it's
was
in the
Monster
movie.
Hunter. How would they? There's Chinese people don't exist in Monster Hunter. They're all like elves and stuff. What do you mean? Like there's no races in Monster Hunter as far as I know. That's
this
dude,
a-
there's an American army in the Monster Hunter film. The
Weird.
U.S. Army.
Wait,
It sounds
what?
bad.
Okay, I'm
It
watching.
sounds like a bad movie.
I'm watching the trailer right now.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Doom movie.
Yeah, with The Rock.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yo, that's relevant. I got a Rock-related movie on my list.
Oh boy.
But I want to talk about Monster Hunter still. Is that a Rathian in the poster for it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm looking at the trailer right now, and it gives off Transformers vibes
Yep.
in the sense that there's random military people.
Mhm.
And then the monster shows up.
So it looks bad.
to stand down. I think
Oh, it
that
looks
would
like
get
they
killed.
it looks like they travel through worlds and end up in
That sounds
Monster
so
Hunter.
dumb, dude. I hate that plot.
Yeah, they're holding machine guns.
Behind our worlds,
And
okay,
make a
I
whole
can
new
read the
world.
synopsis if you want, guys. I have that open. Behind our world, there is another world, a world of dangerous and powerful monsters that rule their domain with deadly ferocity. When Lieutenant Artemis and her loyal soldiers are transported from our world to the New World, which is where the Monster Hunter New World game takes place, the unflappable lieutenant receives the shock of her life in her overworld. In her desperate battle for survival against enormous enemies with incredible powers and unstoppable, revolting attacks, Artemis will team up with a mysterious man who has found his way to fight back. And I recognize nobody on the cast for this film. Off
There's a
top.
couple of faces I recognize, but it's like the actors.
Yeah, Ron Perlman's in it. That's a name I know. Paul Anderson,
yeah.
I feel like I know that, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, it looks really bad. And
Yep.
instead of being like canonical to the Monster Hunter series, it's like, what if we got transported to Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Oh god.
So that's why they make a racial joke. That's odd.
Very.
Well, at the same time, though, like, it wasn't even a good joke, anyways. I mean, like, it was poorly executed, and just the context behind it is just terrible.
Mm-hmm. Truth.
And it was just pulled down in China as well.
I think there's only like 2 races I know of in Monster Hunter, and it's Wyverians and then just like human beings in general. Like, it's pretty diverse.
And then Palicos, of course.
Palicos, you know what? Yeah, Palicos are people. Hashtag free the
I didn't
Palico.
say that. I said Palicos are racist.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, that's fucked up.
What the fuck? That's
The other
so
movie,
fucked up, dude.
the other actually, I did have TV news. And it's Young Rock season 1.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know if I wanted to bring it up because I have no idea what it's about.
Are they making a biography about The Rock?
It's literally a documentary series that is The Rock's life, and it focuses on
Jesus
different chapters
Christ.
of Dwayne Johnson's
Add some more
life.
ego to this guy.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably bad, but if you're a
I'm
Rock
sure it'll
fan,
be bad, but
people are gonna watch it. That's the worst part.
I'm just not interested hearing about football for the first like half of it. So.
And then he did like wrestling, right? Wrestling's cool.
Yeah, he did wrestling and some movie at the side, but then he quit doing wrestling after I don't know how long ago, but he quit
After
doing
his-
wrestling. He started focusing on Hollywood.
After his hit success, Tooth Fairy came out.
Oh Jesus Christ! Don't fucking remind me of that.
Dude, I loved that movie as a kid. What do you mean?
It's garbage though.
Yeah, going back, it's not as good. But,
No.
Oh, I
but
did have another
loved it
movie.
as a kid.
Marvel's Behind the Mask. I think it's about the comics.
Is it
but
expose?
it's a documentary about writers and artists behind characters like Black Panther, Miles Morales, Miss Marvel, Luke Cage, the X-Men, Captain Marvel, and many other characters in the Marvel universe, highlighting their
Oh
impact
sure,
on
they
pop
talking about
culture.
Miles now.
Yeah, I think that's why I think it's comic related, because Miles Morales isn't huge in the MCU at all currently, so I don't
At the
think
moment,
it's
yeah.
MCU related. I think it's ideally comic books, and then how they transfer over to movies and to TV and shit like that.
Miles is so cool though.
Oh yeah, big true.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the Marvel Spider-Man Miles game, I absolutely love that.
And that comes out tomorrow on Disney Plus, by the way. So if you're interested, there's that.
I might just have to watch that. Finally, Disney Plus is getting some content.
Yeah.
Nani?
Oh, hold on. Back to lewd bullshit.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Fantasy Tavern Sextet. I don't know what Sextet means.
I
Volume
heard of this
2,
game.
Adventurer's Days. It's out on Switch already, and it's coming to PC soon. TM.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I don't
Fantasy
know what it
Tavern,
is.
Sextet.
I have no
I think
idea.
it means 6, but I don't know.
It's a visual novel with
It
lewds.
looks like it's the new and improved Sakura game series.
My man.
My man, man of
My
class.
man.
I see cat girls. That's all I know.
Oh.
Nice.
Bucky, you got any non-degenerate shit? Let's go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
More important, more important, more important.
Dude, if you brought something
hey,
like
you
that,
know
I'd
what?
lose my mind.
Actually, you know what? I got something pretty good. Since it's going to be the Zelda's anniversary date very soon, Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass trademark recently got renewed.
Ooh,
Yeah. So it's a
Nice.
possibility that if they're going to do like an anniversary collection like they did with the Super Mario 3D All Stars, if they're going to be including maybe like a couple of games or perhaps multiple games of Legend of Zelda, maybe like the small little ones from the DS and porting it over to the Switch in a way. Perhaps Phantom Hourglass could be one of them. I definitely can see them doing the Legend of Zelda in Four Swords and adding
Yeah.
that to the anniversary edition, because I remember when I got Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, it was the 25th anniversary edition, I think, and I got the Four Swords on my Nintendo DS, but it was only available exclusively for that.
Mhm.
It was for free. So I could definitely see them maybe adding like some like the classic ones. They could just, instead of doing the 25th anniversary one, which would probably be easier for them, they could be porting over the GameCube version rather than the DS and the 3DS version.
Maybe. My initial introduction to Zelda, actually, this is gonna surprise you guys probably, is Four Swords the manga.
What? There was a fucking manga?
There's a
All of
Zelda
Zelda has
manga. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And it's
Was it all
the Four Sword
Japanese?
stuff specifically. No, there's English versions.
Okay.
And it was
I
pretty
supposed to say.
cool. That's the first time I'd ever heard of fucking Link and all that
Oh.
shit. And then, Breath of the Wild came out, and then obviously I played that.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, my first introduction to Legend of Zelda was Four Swords on the GameCube. However, I was so young, I didn't really care about that as much. I didn't really focus in on it. I was stuck in the tutorial area where the little owl was just telling me instructions, but I didn't know how to fucking read. So I was like,
That was
stuck.
me with Twilight Princess. I couldn't fucking figure out what to do. I couldn't leave the
Yeah.
prison area. That's great.
It was until I was 11, 10 years old that I actually started playing Twilight Princess on the Wii. I borrowed my cousin's copy, and I just got so fucking invested to that game. Holy crap.
It's great. I wish I'd played it.
I would honestly say The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess has to be my number one Zelda game, and Skyward Sword's number two.
I think. Oh, Skyward Sword. Really, that's a controversial take.
Yes.
It is. I know it's controversial, but I just probably for nostalgic reasons or
I think
those
that's
nostalgic
perfectly fair.
purposes. But I have such a huge attachment to the game. I absolutely love its art style and its environment and its gameplay. Motion controls is a little iffy, I will say that, but I absolutely love the atmosphere and the time setting.
I think mine's Link to the Past.
Classic.
That's the pioneer. That's the pioneer of those Zelda games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was my first one.
Very classic.
Can't remember if I thought of this or if I brought it up on a previous podcast or if I heard it from somewhere. But what if the Zelda collection coming out is more about a collection of the mobile or more portable games, all the handhelds?
I could see that.
That's what I just mentioned before, actually, with the Legend of Zelda Four Swords 25th Anniversary Edition, just porting it over, and then Phantom Hourglass for the DS and just throwing that over onto the Switch.
Yeah, make a
see that.
collection out of it.
Then again, they're
love-
going to have to do a little bit of extra work putting two screens onto one, and I don't
sure.
think
Wouldn't be
Nintendo
that
wants to.
bad.
I don't think Nintendo wants to do extra work for something like this, seeing as how they did Super Mario 3D All Stars, and they just didn't give a shit about the Super Mario 64, making it widescreen and just threw it on.
I guess, but they made Majora's Mask the reverse, right? They took Majora's Mask, which is a 64 game, and they turned it into a double screen game for the 3DS.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is the anniversary stuff. When they're porting it over to the Switch, I feel as if they might go for the cheaper and easier route. Maybe it's because of the circumstances, but I'm just assuming it and basing it off the Super Mario 3D All Stars, with Mario being their main line IP. It's the face of Nintendo, and the way they ported and handled Super Mario Sunshine and 64 is Super Mario Sunshine having the same bugs and errors with emulation that Dolphin had, and Super Mario 64 not being 60 FPS and not being widescreen.
It's very
Hell,
ugly.
even Sunshine not being 60 FPS. I'm just saying. I'm worried that they might do the same thing with the Zelda anniversary. That's all.
They may, and I feel like Nintendo's been a little lazy on their re-release content.
Oh yeah.
But historically, Zelda, it's really weird, but historically, Zelda gets better treatment for special anniversaries than Mario does. I don't know why it is, but like they just get like more special edition consoles. They pull out a lot more stops for Zelda than they do Mario. I think it's like their second most successful franchise. I don't know why maybe it's because Mario's like more successful by itself, that like, they don't have to try as hard.
Oh, that's
But
weird.
like when it comes, I was listening to the Spawncast, and they talked about this, where Zelda just gets like a lot of love from Nintendo pretty regularly. So it's hard to know really what they'll do.
Yeah. In a similar vein, actually, Nintendo, I think Pokemon 25th anniversary is coming up. Am I right about that?
Yeah, this is the anniversary for Pokemon and Zelda.
Yeah, Pokemon's, they're doing like a concert virtually on Pokemon website of some variety with Post Malone, which has me confused and hyped because
I
like
fucking saw that.
it's like Post Malone is not the most, I don't know, child-friendly mainstream artist you could have picked, but like I like him, I'll take it.
I think they're focusing more on the mainstream aspect instead of child friendly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just saying like, oh, he's popular because like, they did something with The Weeknd where they Teen's Choice Awards, they promoted him for doing a song about doing cocaine in your face. And funny enough, he made a song later after that. I think it's called Reminder. And he references it. And he's like, I ain't no fucking kid choice. I ain't T choice.
That's very funny.
I think I totally lost my train of thought. Fuck. Oh no! I remember now. Post
Classic.
Malone. Do you guys think you think he's gonna read or not read? Fucking sing.
Oh,
I do think he's gonna sing
the original theme.
No,
The original theme.
That'd be
You
sick.
think he's gonna do it in his style? Do you think he's gonna do it in
I
his
don't
style?
want-
I will
don't want him to sing it.
But he vibratos it better than me because I suck. That'd be so dope. I'd love that.
I personally don't want to hear him sing that. I think
I
it's
absolutely want to hear him sing that, without a doubt.
I mean, for like an ironic standpoint, sure, but I mean, like it would just.
Unironically,
I don't know.
I would save that to my like songs. I fucking listen to that every day.
What's wrong? What's wrong with you?
I'd set that to my damn alarm, dude. I'd be in.
Oh.
I'm a Posty fanboy, and I'll admit it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Post Malone, he's got some bangers. I ain't gonna lie. He has some
Slaps, my
good songs
guy.
that slaps, but I don't think his style would be like perfect. And I'm not trying to say like I'm the Pokemon expert over here, but I think it's something like a little bit out of reach with his style.
Mhm.
What I'm trying to say is like Post Malone style. I'm throwing a little bit of Pokemon like the main theme. It just
I think it'd be great. It'd be a beautiful clash of
it's like
titans.
peanut butter and jelly, but except you misplaced the jelly with ketchup.
I
It's
love
like
it.
tomato jelly.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm surprised
I
you
got
guys
some.
go for it,
Yeah.
buddy. You go first. Mine's lame. It's not. But
No.
you go first.
I want to hear you.
No. You go first.
Surprised by first. What are you surprised by?
I was gonna say I'm surprised you guys didn't bring up a specific video game.
Oh, I was just about to talk about some specific video games.
Let's go. Maybe it's the same one. Hit me.
Is it Mario?
Nope.
Oh,
Okay.
he's
But hit
talking
me.
about Doom Eternal.
No.
Is he? Okay.
No.
Because
got
I was.
part two
I
that's
have.
coming
I
up,
have.
yeah.
I have some like releases that are coming out for video games.
Shoot.
So I can like shoot those off real quick.
Go for it.
Bowser's Fury, which we've talked about the last couple podcasts. It's out in 2 days. Or is it out tomorrow? I looked online. It says the 12th. Which is
Tomorrow's the 12th.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, so it's
I might go
tomorrow,
pick
not
it
2
up.
days.
I honestly might buy it just for Bowser's Fury. I absolutely love the look of it.
I will buy it used when somebody realizes that it's not the game they wanted it to be. And
This isn't Odyssey 2.
You know
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
No. Instead, I will do the much more smarter approach, and I'll go on G2A.
let's just beep that out. I don't want to.
I'm lazy. I won't
okay.
do it, but I don't endorse them.
So I'm actually just gonna wrap up my list because it's just a couple releases.
Go.
Stardew 1.5 is out on Switch now. I haven't tried it, but I don't know.
Chelsea's liking the update.
Yeah, I was gonna say if anything was gonna get me to play that game, it would be having a beach. So, Crash 4, which I've been hyped for, coming to Switch.
Yeah,
yeah, that's a big
coming
one.
to the Switch. It looks pretty good. The screenshot they shared for the Switch version, it looks pretty good. It's really cool. They're bringing the next gen version of it too, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, and it's also coming on PC. I've actually been really interested in getting into this game, but I wanted to like hold off until they make the PS5 version.
I am gonna be upset that the graphics won't be as good on the Switch, but I'm gonna get it on the Switch, and then I'll play it for free on PS5 when it comes to collection.
True.
Yeah, it will definitely come to the collection.
That's massive giga brain, dude. Holy shit, you're a genius.
Yeah, but like everybody knows that holds its value as a cartridge, right? So
that is true.
Gonna be playing that Crash Bandicoot in 2021. Holy fuck! I was waiting for that game as a kid forever. Oh man, I'm so glad it's back, and I don't think we're getting a fifth. So
no.
As a side note, totally anecdotal, but I saw some news saying Activision is doing more remakes. So maybe a Spyro? Who knows?
Well, you know,
Yeah.
if I could just bump in right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be more than happy if Activision were to do more remakes, but unfortunately, since Vicarious Visions, they did the Crash Bandicoot one, and I believe the Spyro reimagined trilogy as well. Unfortunately, they're now part of Blizzard, and they don't have any like creative control over what they do. So I don't know exactly who they're going to have to take control over those remakes.
So what they did is they dissolved the different naming, but like Activision already owned Vicarious. So like we don't know how those teams were like split up, right? Because Activision
Blizzard now owns them though.
Well, they're called Blizzard, but we don't know like how fluid everybody is. That's the only point I'm making is like because they were they were already Blizzard technically, like they were Activision. Blizzard is Activision. We just don't know how they move those people around in the company. Or if they got rid of the names and just said like you guys are still doing this stuff, like we can't know that. It is scary though because not knowing feels a lot worse than like being like, oh yeah, they're still separate, but not. I got the only release on PS5 that's been announced.
Which is?
Ratchet and Clank got a confirmed day of release. Finally.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Do you guys know the day?
No.
It's like June or something.
Yeah, you got it. It's June 11th.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
hopefully
like
by that time it'll be more accessible for people to actually get a PS5.
You'd think they'd probably re-up when a game released.
The projections on the PS5 have like constantly gone down and down and down. Like fuck, they wanted to have like millions of copies out and they do not.
No.
So what I've heard is like we may not be able to expect PS5s until like next holiday. Good thing I got mine. You know, I wouldn't want to be PS5 less.
Okay, Bucky, you got any other releases before I go into my wrap-up ones?
Yeah, you can go into your wrap-up ones. I don't have any more releases at the moment, unfortunately.
So, Little Nightmares 2. If you played Little Nightmares 1, it's a really charming, like, side-scrolly kind of puzzly horror game that's got a really good story. I recommend the first one. I don't know anything about the second one. It's out today.
You eat things.
Yeah, it's cool and creepy and fun.
Eating.
A game called Undermine came out today on Switch. It's an action-adventure roguelike with a bit of RPG tossed in. Adventure deep into the Undermine and discover powerful relics, deadly enemies, hidden secrets, and a few friends to help you along the way. Wow.
Wow, did you write that?
I thought it looked cool. No. I wish. Shattered, Tale of the Forgotten King. I screenshotted this one. It comes out in 5 days. It looks really cool in the art. And it's an indie action platformer adventure game which delves you into the mysterious and three-parted world of Hypnos, who is a mythology character that I find very interesting. And it looks really neat just from the art style alone. So that's why that's on PC in 5 days. Taxi Chaos. It looks like a Crazy Taxi spiritual successor. It says it's a fresh take on classic taxi games where drivers can earn big fares by picking up and dropping off customers. I'm like, this is Crazy Taxi. I could not talk about it. I found that very funny. And that comes out on the 23rd of February. Hashtag Drive is an endless driving video game, so it's like Temple Run but with a car, and you gotta not hit things, and that seems bad now that I read it. But it's on the Switch, so if you want an endless runner on the Switch, hashtag Drive. Oh fuck, this game's sick. Hellish Quart is a physics-based, realistic 3D sword dueling game set in the 17th century. It's like Mordhau, which is a sword fight game, but like traditional fighting game angle. So they're going at each other. It's like Mordhau and that bad Ubisoft game that I can't remember the title of. Those two mixed, I would say.
I'm looking at it right now.
Are you thinking about For Honor or something?
Yes, that's the one. Thank you. But more indie, of course. So not like big budget. But like I like sword fight games, so it's on my list of interesting things to look at. That comes out in 4 days.
If you want a good sword fight game, Sports Champions on PS3.
Wait, Jake. That medieval fighting, sword fighting game. What was it called again?
Hellish Quart.
I think I saw this. I think I saw this, didn't I?
HELLISHQ.
Yeah, this is the one. I was watching this a week ago.
Yeah.
Where it's like literally one hit and you're done.
Ooh, I didn't know that. It looks cool though.
Well, no, not like that. But I mean, if you were to stab the guy and like they're gonna go down.
Yeah.
But like, I love
Souls of sword fighting VR games.
You can nick them. You can nick them, but like, oh shoot.
Sure.
I absolutely love the look of it. I think it looks really cool.
It kind of reminds me of Nidhogg then in that sense. That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic. And my last one, this is a bigger game. I don't know. That'd be good to look into. But this game's like a really good one to wrap up on, I think. Everyone's been playing it on my friends list. It's called Valheim. Do you guys know what Valheim is?
Is that the Among Us thing?
No.
Okay. I don't know then.
Okay. Valheim is a brutal exploration and survival game for 1 to 10 players, set in a procedurally generated purgatory inspired by Viking culture. It's Norse mythology meets Minecraft meets survival evolved Ark. And everyone's been playing it, and I've heard mixed reviews, but it is in early access. But I kind of want to play it because Norse mythology is cool, and it's got like combat that doesn't look bad. It's third person, and you get to make fucking Viking towns. So that's kind of rad.
It definitely looks early access.
It is, in fact, very early access. Mo said it was hard as shit to build a pickaxe, and I was like, cool, that sounds fun. But that's my entire knowledge of that game. And that's a big release.
Honestly, it looks like better Rust.
Easy, everything looks like better Rust. Things that aren't remotely related to Rust look better than Rust.
I have nothing else on my list.
Yeah, I think we're good. I'm covered. Good rapid fire, boys. That was good. It's good to outro, I think, is what we do. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down.
Cool.
All right. Jake Poo, you do it first.
Okay. My name is Jakey Jake Synchro Champ, and I release things on the regular. I've been streaming in the evenings a little more often than not these days, playing Resident Evil 7. That game's fun and scary, and I only shit myself a little bit. And otherwise, video games on stream. And then I put out a video of me playing blackjack this week. It was really fun. I did some funny things. I got told that I was earning V-Bucks by children, so that was cool. And Yeah, that's me.
Yo, Bucky.
Buckio, I do Doom Eternal videos on YouTube. Recently released a video actually about how to shoot yourself in Doom Eternal. Funny. And on Twitch, I stream Doom, and I fart a lot on there too. So you definitely go check me out on there. And on to Grayson.
Yo, my name is GraysonEJames. Like I said in the beginning, oh my god. I am taking a little bit of a break from streaming to figure out what fits my new schedule. Until then, I've just been taking some personal time, reading poetry, stuff like that. Maybe I'll do a video about it. Who knows? But you can find me at /GraysonEJames on everything like Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. And that's where you can find me.
Wonderful. All right. Wonderful. Watch the podcast on YouTube tomorrow morning. I shouldn't say that. Every Friday morning at 6 to 8 a.m. depending, and on all other platforms that podcasts
Spotify,
are on.
Google.
Yeah. Spotify, Google. That's the one.
Yes, sir.
iTunes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bye.
I forgot that. Bye.
See ya.